Hey, welcome to a Canadian moment. To start, before I begin, I do want to mention that I changed the live, like where I live stream, where I broadcast from. I used to use Mixer.com. I switched over to Twitch.tv / Look My Freddy, mostly because there were a number of people mentioning that my audio from my mic is really quiet. And they're absolutely right when I look back onto the broadcasts, and I can't, as far as I know on Mixer, change that. I don't know how. So I went over to Twitch, and Twitch has more abilities to change that. I don't hate Mixer. I just wish I didn't have to switch over to go off of Twitch, because I have a slider for my game volume. I can turn it down and turn it up. I get more control on Twitch. And hopefully it sounds better. If it doesn't, do let me know in your comments. I always do check my comments, and don't really have that big of a following and that much amount of commenters that I can't keep up. And it's really easy for me to check all three of you and see what you've been saying. But yeah, let me know if the audio sucks, or as I said, I have a little bit more control on Twitch. I don't know how much more, but if there's other little things you think that I can do that would make things a little bit better, let me know. I've said before, I don't know much about editing. I'm not that good at it. So if you're like, hey man, you gotta edit stuff, like you don't want to see that main screen while I'm talking or quickly switching around. Like I see those guys. Like I don't hate that at all. I think that's great what they do there. I don't know how to do it. And I really, like, I have a job. I'm 34 years old. I have a job and stuff. I might not even have the time to do it. Who knows? But that's not important. So yeah, any advice that you have, I always read my comments, and I'd be always interested in seeing it. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to do a review. I did last week a deals, I guess, review. It's something new that I'm trying, right? There was a deal, and I thought, I'll try out that deal, which is Moonlighter, and it turned out to be super fun. So I decided to be fair to Moonlighter, who made a really cool deal that I was able to get out there 2 days before the deal was up. I'm sorry if you didn't get to it. To be fair to the game itself, I'd do a review on it too. So I played it for a week now, and I think I could do a review to show everybody what's in the game. Of course, if there's something that really disappoints me, and it's something that's blatantly obvious, I tend to, especially first impressions, you'll get that out of me. For the most part, I try to keep my opinions on the side for reviews. I've already said this game's awesome, so I guess I'm kind of being a hypocrite. But for the most part, I want people to see what a video game is, not what I think of it. Everybody has their own opinion. Opinions are like a-holes, right? Everybody's got one. And if we all keep on giving each other opinions, we'll just cover each other in crap. But I want people to see what this has to offer and decide for themselves if it's something they want to be a part of. Obviously, this is how the entire game is designed, from a top-down view. I particularly enjoy games like this, but that's because, as I mentioned before, I'm super old compared to probably most people who are into games these days. I think I'm gonna get comments to say different, but I mostly run into young kids when I'm on games and stuff, so that's why I say that. But the game is designed around the idea that you get materials and you sell them in the shop, obviously. This is a level 4 shop. The max level shop is a level 5 shop. Every time you level up the shop, you get it a little bit bigger. For example, when the shop started off, I only had these 4 tables and 1 counter. This is a shop hand that will help me. This is a level 4 upgrade. She helps me out. I can either leave and she'll sell things for me to customers, or I can stay and do it myself. I think right now what we're gonna do is we're gonna set a couple of things up. I'm not gonna get too crazy. I'm just gonna sell a few things, probably waste a day, which is too bad if I can show you. But I'll sacrifice this for viewers. You see that? This guy's expecting notes today. He's gonna get effed because I have no notes for him. But basically, people send you on missions in order to find things. Like there's notes, which means you kill creatures, these creatures in the pictures. And this happens at level 2 shop, I think, maybe level 3. And basically, you get some money for getting those, right? Or you can get materials also, 5 inflammable materials. On the calendar, you can see it's the 17th of March, and I have until the 19th for those materials. Maybe I'll find them, maybe I won't. Not that big of a deal. I'm gonna lay a couple of things out, and I'm gonna do a quick customer perusal. Now you'll notice I press R2 to see what the selling reactions are, and as you can see, I got all question marks there. That's mostly because nobody's seen it yet. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna throw this on the table to see what it's worth to the people. I'm gonna gauge their reactions. See, they got happy, mildly happy, not happy, very unhappy, right? Those are the reactions. The people will give me those reactions as they purchase things. So I'm gonna put that out there like this. I'm gonna see what this one has. Now, as you can see, I'm pressing A, and I lift it, bring it over, A, drop it. Let me double check this. Oh, that's neutral, good. Just, I didn't mention before, neutral. You see right there, popularity is neutral. That means that the reaction gets recorded. If it's on high or low, the reaction won't be recorded. So only the neutral stuff works out. As you can see, this has no popularity yet. Nobody's actually seen it yet, so that's why. This popularity is up high, so I'm gonna take that one off. We don't need to have that up there. You'll also know when I put it up, there's an up arrow or a negative sign, and if it was not popular, it would be a down arrow. These ones I've figured out. You see, I got the kind of happy one is what you're looking for. If it's very happy, that means you're getting ripped off. If it's kind of happy, that means you're getting a little bit extra money off of them. That's kind of what you want, is kind of happy. So as you can see, some of this stuff I've fully examined. Now that I've fully examined it, I know how much money, the most money you can get out of people. I'm not going to sell it until it says popularity is high, because when popularity is high, you can jack up the price a little bit more and make a little bit more money on it. So that's what I'm basically doing, is I'm looking at their popularity. I'm looking at whether or not I know what it is, whether or not I'm going to sell it, whether or not I'm going to keep it. This stuff right here, you know what? Yeah, this stuff right here is for potions. So we're going to actually put a couple of these things out. I'm going to keep this stuff in the inventory, because basically I'm going to gauge their reactions if they buy it and they have a reaction that I didn't really want, I wasn't looking for, then obviously I'm going to put another one down and change the price so I can get the reaction I'm looking for, right? So that's basically what I'm doing right now. Place these out. So I got that table fully covered. Things in the box, they're worth more than they actually are worth, so that's why I don't put the stuff I don't understand, or I don't know the price of in the box. Also, they cannot be stolen. People can come and steal your crap, but then again, you can also put stuff on the walls, stuff that you purchase, and you only get so much space, and your space accumulates according to how big your store is, for obviously. And as you can see, it says a description of what the item is, and at the bottom, or at the top, you say equip. All those E's mean that's equipped. You can see all four corners have those objects, and at the bottom it tells you what your total accumulation and stats are in your shop. So your shop gets stats too, right? You go up here and you take a look in your box, and your box has all the stuff you've been finding, and you're ready to sell. There's so much in this might be a longer video than I usually make. I apologize if anybody's grouchy about it. I'm gonna do my best. As you can see, I'm talking pretty fast. I hope I'm talking clear. I'm gonna do my best to get through everything at a concise time. I'm just looking through here to see what's worth selling. Make a couple of buckaroonies. You see, I want to keep some materials. Try to keep 2 stacks of each. And if there's a third stack and the popularity is high and I'm ready to sell it, then I'll sell it. I'm not touching these because it says high, but I don't know what it's worth yet, so that's why. This is going to remain high until I start selling some. That's a bit of a problem, right? Because obviously then I can't find its worth if I don't get it down to neutral. Everything starts with no popularity. If you can't figure out what its popularity is in that day, then it's probably going to be boosted up to high. If not the next day, then the day after. So you really want to figure out what things are worth. If they you can't figure it out, then you have to wait until you get a bunch of stacks. Then you can sell those stacks, bring down the popularity, and the next day after that, you would drop them down as neutral. So you still want to have stacks left over. So basically what I want is 5 stacks before I start selling these. Bring that popularity down, and also make sure I have some left over for the next day in order to sell them at neutral value. And I've been a bit of a puzzle here. I don't really have a lot I can sell. So we're gonna open up the store. We're gonna make some sales. And here come the customers. Oh, and that one right there is looking for me to tell me I failed that quest. He's absolutely right. I don't have the notes he's looking for. I had a feeling that's what he wanted. Let's take a look here. What do we got? Do we have any of those blocks down? We do have one down at 1,000, so what about these? I think we've... Oh, those are at high. We gotta ditch those after the day's over. You know what those are worth? I think I'm gonna sell these, actually. I'm gonna sell them in here. Press R1 to switch them over. Oh, it's on neutral, though. I thought it was high. Never mind. See, he didn't like that. It's like, ew! It means it's too expensive. And we press R2. Oh, it didn't tell us because that's how ugly it was. We gotta bring that way down. So we're gonna bring it down. Oh, went to 0. Oh, okay, I see what I did. There we go. 300. See if people buy it 300. See, now he's happy. He likes that one. I figured out that one nicely. That one's too happy. So I won't be doing that one very well. I want to change. See, now we look over there, and we know what people like at 2,500. So we figured that one out. That's perfect. I don't think I have any more of the ones that they got really happy on. Won't be figuring that one out, that's for sure. Those neutrals. And these materials are all used in crafting, as I mentioned before. I don't yet, for example, know what those are because I've never crafted with them, but I can tell you these are used for upgrading things with enchantments, making them stronger. I'll show you a little bit of the town after we're done in here, after we're done messing around with these customers. Like I said, there's so much. We're already 15 minutes into the video. I usually like to do reviews in half an hour. I actually even prefer them shorter at 15 minutes, but I'm not going to get what I want because this game has just so much to show. So I'm going to do my best to get through it, as I mentioned. I'm going to drop this down to 100 because of how ugly it was. I doubt. See, it's still not telling me what it's worth, even kinda. I've had them too high. Oh, I haven't set a price for the crystals. Thingies. Crystal shards, eh? Alright, we'll start them off at 1,000. See that guy who had the fancy thing pop up his head? It's the first guy popping up right there. He's rich, so it doesn't matter. That doesn't get recorded because he'll buy anything. So now I gotta do that again at the same price. That guy said that this was worth too much. See, 1,000 too much. He got too happy on it. So we're going to put that in here and raise the price to 2,000. See what we get out of that. This guy has a quest for me. We're going to talk to him. You can only get quests at a certain point with your stores. I think it's level 3. 10 notes from a spore bush, and I'll say yes. Basically, you have to kill spore bushes for notes. Now, what do you think of that? I think it's going to be way too happy still. Yep. I think I got to raise the price. I'm going to raise the price another 2,000 there. Actually, we're going to get up to 5,000. We'll see if people will think of 5,000 gold. Too expensive. She won't even touch it. Let's see what we got. See, 1,000, but it still reports it because now we're at the top. We're getting a little bit closer into figuring out what it's worth. We'll bring it down to 500. See how happy that makes them. Too much. See that? Maybe I shouldn't have boosted it up that much. I got too excited. And it still is recorded, so we are within ballpark. Let's bring it down to 3,500, see what happens. Oops. There we go, found the price of that one. Found the price of that one, perfect. And that one's still too much. Of course, it's been updated. We're gonna do 2,500. The last item we're going to sell. I'm going to put everything away and we're going to continue on with the review. Perfect. 2,500 is what they're looking for. You see, and that's basically how you figure out what your items are worth. Try to save as much money as possible. Oh, so usually I would have more stuff to sell and I would carry this on throughout, but I'm going to just fast forward to evening. This gives you tells you what you've got. Looks like, see that? It says I sold 17 things and I got 1 thief symbol. That means somebody snuck off. I must not have been paying attention. Somebody stole something. I usually notice that, but I guess doing the review, I'm not able to divide my attention like I thought I could. That's okay, though. So this is completely full. Freaking nightmare. We're going to put this stuff down here in an overflow bin. I'll figure that out on my own there, boys. We're going to move on with the review. I do like the music, personally. I think it always suits the situation. It's never been too oppressive. It hasn't been stealing my attention, but it does draw it, and it's a lovely draw. You can see there's all kinds of people in my town, right? Right now I'm going over to the Enchanter. She makes potions, healing potions, and enchantments. How they got their potions worked out, you see you got your materials at the bottom there, and it costs 118 gold in order to get the item. Or if I don't have materials, it'll jack up the price significantly, as you can imagine, and I can just buy it right out from her. Go up to the next brand, of course, materials. I got 3 and 14, I can buy it for 760. Holy crap, did that get really expensive. Now I'm up to here right now, 2,800. I've got 6 of those, which is great because I'm looking for 5 potions. That's exactly what I'm looking for. The 14 others, those are the first tier stuff in the forest zone. I'll show you a little bit more about the zones shortly. Or look at that, 7,600, which is the exact price, of course, of the next brand if you have all the materials. See, 150 or no, 15,000. See, it jacks it up quite a bit, right? Then you got other stuff here. I'll show you the enchantments too before we get going. I can go over here, or just so you know, you can press R2 and you can spin over to the next screen like that. And there's what I was talking about, enchanting. My weapons are, oh, this wasn't fully enchanted. I'll show you enchanting then. I wasn't originally going to enchant this, but whatever, we'll just show you what it's about. And there you go, it's enchanting. That made it a lot better. You can put 3 enchantments on weapons. The reason why I wasn't going to enchant it is because I am going to be upgrading or buying new weapons shortly. So that was kind of a waste of money, but to show the folks, as I said, I'll sacrifice for viewers. You can't have my left knife. And this is, of course, where you get your armors and weapons to create. See? I'm not actually going to create anything, I just want to show you. Look at the prices there, they go up pretty drastically. This is the first armor you create at 4,000 gold. And then you get materials in the forest zone to make the 44,000 gold upgrade to the armor. You have to have the original in order to upgrade. See, it says requires one of those. Upgrade that at 96,000 gold, and that's when my next zone opens up. Actually, this is from the desert zone, which I'm in now. I just obviously haven't seen those materials. So that's why it hasn't updated. And then there, I won't be seeing that for a bit because that's in the tech zone. But storefronts aren't automatically in your town. As you can see, you have to go here and you can purchase those storefronts. I've purchased most, you can tell. I'm just missing my banker. I'm not too concerned about banker, but I will get to that at some point. Switch over to your shop, and this is the shop upgrades I was mentioning earlier. The one I just currently bought is 12,000. If you look at the blueprint, that's a picture of the shop now. Look at the blueprint, that's a picture of the shop I started with. So you got two desks, 1 counter, and only 2 baskets in my bedroom. Then you can upgrade cash registers, beds to give you extra health for your rounds. Medium, big chest. I got the biggest chest. You got sales boxes, all kinds of stuff. Let's get into it, shall we? Besides, my voice again. So we're at 17 minutes. Oh, you know what? I'll show you this, but I'm not actually going to take. This is the portal we're going to take. I'm going to show you the other side, though. Press R1. You can switch that over there. You can see in my top part, right corner, it says R2 to use it, L2 to do a roll. R1 switches your weapons, so does L1. That way you get that, or your bow, or any weapons. You can have 2 different melee weapons, it doesn't matter, whatever weapons. This is the first zone you unlock automatically. You beat the boss of the first zone, you unlock the forest zone. See? Forest dungeon, dungeon available. The heroes, not recommended for merchants. See? There you go. Yeah, basically, read the signs. Only for heroes, that doesn't really mean much. They unlock as you go along. And of course, I haven't yet gotten the tech zone unlocked. After you get them all, you go to Big Bad Door. I don't know what's behind Big Bad Door yet. Instead of taking the door, as I mentioned earlier, oh, this is the guy who you talk to all throughout. He has little stories. Hey, get down. My cat, sorry. He has all kinds of little stories he tells you and stuff. We're going to take our portal, and then we're going to start showing you some gameplay. Hey! That. Use that. Come here, kitty. Here, I'm going to show my kitty my toy first before we continue. This is important. I got to train my cat. He's getting onto the walls. Come here, kitty. This. Yeah. This is what you claw. Yeah. Okay. Good boy. You claw this? Look. Look. Come here. Come here, buddy. Look, we're going to get you to... Look. Yeah. See? Hey, hold on. Hold on. That thing's caught in your tail. Look. See? Good boy. Good boy. Look. Good boy. That's yours. That's yours, kitty. That's yours. Alright? It's probably going to take a few. Still looking at me like I'm weirdo. I'm trying to get him to stop clawing the walls, so I got him a scratch post. Good boy. Alright. To continue. I've teleported back to the area. Whenever you teleport out of the zone, it takes a lot more gold. You see right here? Every zone costs more gold. This was not nearly as expensive when I first got it. This is something that you get later on. You first get this, the Merchant Pendant. This allows you to teleport back, but not to return. There's usually more stuff in those chests, but I had opened it earlier before I left. Press select to take a look at our map. A couple of things to note. You can see all the skulls and the chests. I'm sure the symbolism is easy to figure out. When you teleport back in, the entire map becomes visual. Chests you've looted will be empty. You see that blue circle? That is a healing pond. The healing pond shows up on the path to the boss. The dungeons are constantly moving, so that healing pond is the only thing that will tell you that that path exists. Every time you teleport, you will bring back all the enemies. Oops, I thought I had my bow switch. Of course, all enemies have their own patterns of how they do things. Figure out the patterns, and they're easy to kill. See? Healing pond. If I jump in it, I can heal. Oh, and besides a lot of items in here, like every floor has 2 things in it that has lore. And the lore explains a lot of what I've been trying to explain to you as well. See? I'm not going to actually go through it because, as I said, we're trying to make this short and sweet, a proper review. There is, oh, the room doesn't actually show up in the map. I think it's the top left corner, all the way in the top left. If you go bring your eyes up there, there's another room with lore in it, and it's a room with a tent. Every floor has a tent and a pool. I don't yet know if there's anything behind the tent, but it is explaining the pool leads to the boss. If there's more information behind the tent, we'll figure that out on our own, I guess. I apologize, I can't figure it out right now. Ah! He's gonna blow up! Get away from me! This guy just goes back and forth towards the boss. There. Gonna give him a couple of those bad boys. Yeah, you missed. I don't like to cuss on YouTube. I know I can, but I do like to have this open for children. If I do cuss, I apologize ahead of time. As you can see, I do try to catch myself. This is the second boss, so this guy's been doing more damage than the last guy. Ooh, he messes me up! You are a jerk. Whoa! Whoa! Yeah, you ain't got this, do you? Man, I don't do anything to him either. This is gonna be a hard fight, boys. I don't know if I'll be able to do this. I might have to upgrade my weapon, my armor. Thank God for those health. Oh, he teleports! I haven't fought this boss before. This is an experience. Ah! See the pattern now, though. I fought the first version. The first version was so easy for me to kill with my weapons. I didn't have to. Oh, I shouldn't use that. I didn't have to worry about all this crap. Alright, boys, if I get hit one more time, I'm gonna have to bail. Oh, it's bail time. So I use my pennant and I'm out of here. Of course, I won't be able to return. Well, that's okay. I haven't really gone through this zone very much, so I don't mind having to go through the first floor and stuff, collecting materials. That's the idea, right? Obviously, I didn't get very much out of that. As you can see, I like to have a full inventory before I leave. I am trying to run through this, do a review though, so I'm not too concerned. You can see at the top, it tells you how many floors I got down, and you see the skull is the boss. You defeat the boss, you get the key, you save the princess. I don't know about the princess bit. Good boy. Mr. Katie's a nice kitty. Yeah, you are. Every time you go into the gooey crap, if you go of your own free will, then you pop out next to the store, as you'll see. If you die, then it just kicks you out of the dungeon. Oh, and there I am. Also, one more thing. I'm glad that I was reminded by looking up at it. Every floor has 2 pets you can find that look a lot like the enemies you fight. I haven't found any of the desert ones yet, obviously. See? These guys help you out. They got different little things they do with you. there's something to it, you know? So I'm not giving you a 1 out of my dingbat, 10, nothing like that. You've seen the game. You could decide for yourself whether or not you like it. I like it, obviously, but I hope this was informative, to say the least. And I hope everybody enjoyed this. And guess what? 25 minutes. It's a review, boys. This has been a Canadian moment. Keep your stick on the ice.